It's Friday, November 14th, just following up on the SPY. You can see if they're buying this 5-minute red to green move, we are following through higher. The 15-minute chart is kind of breaking up on bar number 2. I don't want it to get below the open here, so we'll see if it just somehow, can get to these, up close to yesterday's range in some form, even though I'm not necessarily expecting it, but it's possible. So I just wanted to scale out, set up kind of a no-risk scenario here. I bought the 660 calls at 12.39, just scaled out at 13. So, just playing it very nimbly here. If this doesn't, continue up a little bit, then, I'll get right out at no worse than break even. I just am, after the exhaustion risk and the opening price action, and in an area where it did bring in buying last time, I think there could be a little bit of a green here in the morning, just given the way this is forming, and maybe it'll turn into something stronger. And we'll find out, like I said, as the day goes on. I'm not that excited even to play the green to red move if it develops, although it is possible that we're trying to reach these targets down here. So maybe I would do that if this whole thing fails and I sense weakness coming in. But for now, it's just more of, let's see if we can get some kind of rally, in the low end of a trading range, and it could be a nice base hit gain. And then we'll see by the end of the day how this weekly chart looks. Is it just going to be a neutral looking inside bar, or is it going to be a little more red, anticipating trying to test lower into next week? So that's all there is for today, in terms of opportunities. And if we can get a little bit higher here, it can be a nice base hit gain. And, you never know, can it possibly get into yesterday's range? It would have to get above the midpoint of yesterday, which is a pretty long way away. So I'm not really expecting that. I just want to see a little base hit gain here, more or less. And at least it followed through here, so I can do no worse than break even. The options are already up close to, a point higher here. So you can even take these gains here if you want, or watch it, or whatever it is. But good trade, in terms of just playing the exhaustion risk to the downside. And we'll just see what unfolds here price action wise for the rest of the day.